What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about NBA 2K26 and which version of the game is most worth it for you guys to get. Now, in past years, the main difference between the most expensive version and the other versions was the fact that you would basically get NBA League Pass with it. That was like the main difference. Obviously, this year might be a little bit different. So that's what we're going to be looking at. You guys can see early access tips off in 51 days. Like, that's crazy. We actually now have the release date of basically the new 2K, which is crazy. 51 days from now. I'm pulling up my calendar quick, guys. That is actually coming up relatively soon. Like, I'm not going to lie. That's coming up relatively soon. So what is that? Early September? That this game is going to be released, which is crazy. Literally, yeah, early September is when this game is ultimately going to be released. So it's kind of what to know, but let's take a look at what edition is worth it for you guys. On 2K's website, they have this nice comparison. And so if you go to like NBA 2K, just a normal normal website, you'll be able to see all of this for yourselves. So let's start with this, right? You know, you guys obviously can see how it breaks down from the normal edition to the WNBA edition to the Superstar edition to the Leave No Doubt edition. Now, if you click pre-order now, you can obviously see the prices of these things, right? So if I go to like, you know, you can see all the prices, you know, as well with these things, which again is important to at least look at here. So let's start with this, right? Let's just compare them all and see what the big difference is. So basically between the standard and WNBA edition, they are the exact same thing. Like there is no difference between the cards. Or there's no difference between the copies of the game, literally whatsoever. They're the exact same thing here. And so that's something that, you know, you guys can look at here, you know, is the fact that they're the exact same thing. The only difference is going to be the cover of them, right? Whereas you got, is that Angel Reese on this? Yes, Angel Reese and then SGA. So it really just depends on what you're wanting there. The only pre-order bonus there is 10,000 VC. That's it. That's all you get with it. And am I hating on the, you know, 10,000 VC? I don't know. Like maybe a little bit. I mean, maybe a little bit I'm hating on it, but it's, you know, it's nothing crazy in my opinion. It's fine, nothing crazy, at least to me when I am looking at things. But again, standard WNBA edition, all you get is 10,000 MT for free. That's literally it. And again, it is what it is, but that is literally the only difference between the two copies. Then the other two editions you guys can get is you can get the Superstar edition and the Leave No Doubt edition. Now, again, price-wise, I want to talk about this thing. For the Leave No Doubt edition, for me, I get 10% off, right? And I think it had something to do with, you know, this year's game and stuff like that. But for me, I get, you know, if I log on the PlayStation website, I get 10% off, or 10% off the Leave No Doubt edition. So that's something I would check out for you guys if you guys do get anything discounted or not. Whereas like the full game for me is still $70. So I don't know, right? Like this base edition is $70 as I'm looking at it right now. Whereas like, you know, the Leave No Doubt edition, it says $134. It's still basically double the price. So just kind of realize that, like, yeah, it seems like it's not that big of a deal, but it is still basically double the price. So that's something to, again, kind of think about for yourselves. As far as the Superstar edition for me right now is $100. So it goes 70, 100. This one base is 150, but again, if you pre-order it before a certain date, it's 134. So that's just kind of the scale of this thing. Now with the Superstar edition, for $30 more than the base edition, you get 100,000 VC, you get early access, you get my career content, which you guys can see 25 skill boost, 25 Gatorade boost, a 2-hour XP coin, get a Shea cover jersey, and you get the My Team content, which is a full Series 1 team selection, triple threat park free agent pack, 5 Series 1 packs, and 2 2-hour double XP coins. To me, and this is just my opinion, I don't think it's anything crazy. That's just my personal opinion on this thing. As, you know, I don't think it's anything crazy. I don't, you know, like, it's fine, you get early access, but that's the only real difference between the standard edition and the Superstar edition. So if you do not care about early access, to me, I don't think it's that big of a deal. That's just my personal opinion on things. Now, again, it's up to 7 days of early access, which is crazy to me. The fact that it says early access is available starting on August 29th. So that's crazy. You know, that you get it basically a week early. So to me, for an extra $30, is it worth it? I mean, again, it just depends on how, you know, what you really care about. You know, 7 days is a lot of days. Plus, again, you do get my career, some my team content. To me, I think for 7 days of having the game early, I mean, it's probably worth it. But again, it just comes down to it because, like, if you play 2K on a super casual basis, then maybe it's not worth it for you guys. Again, 7 days early access to me, I think is massive. It's not just like a day or two. 7 days of early access, I think is crazy. But again, it just comes down to what you ultimately are wanting on the game. So it's hard for me to, you know, tell you guys, you know, what's worth it, what's not worth it. But again, 7 days of early access, again, I think is pretty crazy. Like, again, that's just kind of me in my opinion on things. But the early access, again, I think is nice. Starting on August 29th, it's crazy how quickly that really is approaching here. Okay, now we turn into the Leave No Doubt edition. Now you get from the difference between the Superstar edition and the Leave No Doubt edition. You get an extra 35,000 VC. That's fine, right? Like, I'm not gonna hate on that. It's an extra 35,000 VC. It's not game changing. It's not game breaking. Yes, it's nice to get that little extra VC, but it's nothing crazy. You get the season pass, so basically $10 of season 1 worth it, and then the summer pass, season 7 through 9 pro passes. Combined, that's worth $40. But again, if you do not care about buying the pro pass, if you've played 2K25 and you did not buy the pro pass, it's not really that valuable. It's not really that important. Again, I think the pro pass, if you do spend money on the game, like on the microtransaction stuff like that, or even in Park, you buy the pro pass every season. If you buy it every season, then yes, the season pass, it's a good deal for the Leave No Doubt edition. But if you don't, it's not that type. It's not that big of a deal. Now, for the My Career content, you get My Career content. Again, I don't know exactly what that means, exactly what that is, and a puffer jacket. And in My Team, you get My Team content plus a Leave No Doubt promo pack. Now, is that worth it? I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And again, to clarify, it says up to a 7-day early access. I don't know if it's actually going to be 7 days or not, but that's really what it says. I'm looking at it listed out, you know, on a different website here too. And, you know, it really doesn't say anything that different between this and the $100 version. And so the real only difference here, I'm going to be honest, is the season pass. That's really it. And so if you do not care about the Pro Pass, I don't think that the Leave No Doubt edition is worth it over the Superstar edition. For $35 extra, you get 35,000 VC. And again, there's not barely any, you know, more things that you get with the game outside of the season pass. Now, again, if you buy the season pass regularly and are for sure going to play in the summer, then obviously it's worth it. But if you're not going to for sure play 2K26 in the summer, I'd recommend just getting the Superstar edition. Am I crazy? Like, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like you don't get, you know, too much more with this. And again, that's just kind of me. But I feel like you don't get anything that crazy with it. You know, like, yeah, you get a little more VC, but that's really it. And so when I'm looking at these things, I'd for sure get early access, but I think maybe the Superstar Edition is your best value if you don't care about the Season Pass. And again, I don't see, and this is just me, but I don't see any League Pass really listed here, and I'd have to, you know, look into it, really special. But here you guys can see 2K25 players will receive a 10% loyalty discount when pre-ordering the Leave No Doubt Edition on the same console platform. So that's the one thing to maybe think about for yourselves is, if it's $134 compared to $150, then maybe it's worth it. But I feel like 2K is thinking about this, right? And there's a reason they're giving people the 10% discount on the Leave No Doubt edition compared to the Superstar edition, because they want you to think it's a great deal. Where I'm one, I don't think you get that much more. So I don't know. If this was for sure $150, I would say it's not worth it for anybody. right? Like, if you have to spend $150 on this, it's not worth it for anybody. I'm sorry. The Superstar Edition walks circles around it. For $135, you can make the case it's worth it because of the Pro Pass stuff. But that's it. And honestly, it's barely more worth it still. So I don't know. I do think for the average Joe that wants early access, the Superstar Edition's the best edition. For the average Joe that doesn't care about early access, just get the base edition. You don't need any of this other stuff. Like, to me, it's like, and again, I'm not an expert on this, but it's like if you go buy a car eventually and they're like, oh yeah, plus we added on like all of these cool features. It's like, yeah, but do we need these? Are these really that cool? Like a puffer jacket that I'll never use, who cares? Again, if you want the Pro Pass stuff, obviously, again, all year long, you can make the case it's worth it, but who knows what 2K is going to do to make that Season 7 through Season 9 Pro Pass worth it. So, I don't know, just think before you do it. It's not one size fits all. I do think the Superstar Edition is your best value, but that's just kind of my personal opinion. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. The early access stuff seems cool. Other than that, nothing really stands out here about these pre-order bonuses. That's going to wrap it up for our video. Let me know your thoughts on it. Drop a like on it. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.